I'm gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drinks while I read and cry. I'll never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drinks while I read and cry. I never should have. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
That's great. Welcome, everybody, to Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, Season 3, Episode 17, right? Or 17
Yeah.
we're at?
17.
Holy crap.
crazy.
That means that we got one more episode before we take our break. We always take them on the 6, the 12, the 18. Every time that hits, we take a 2 week.
math.
Does that mean that we're coming back with Christmas music?
We're coming back with Christmas music after next week. Next week, we have a very, very special show. We are going to be having guest appearances by 2 awesome ladies from the podcast, But What Do We Know?
Oh, yeah.
So make sure you tune in next week because we're going to be having that. And we are also going to be bringing back next week they are now our official Halloween band. Chesty Malone and the Slice 'Em Ups are going to be returning with a new featured song. If you don't remember, in Richard, we had this band. Richard's in the room with us. We'll get to him in a little bit. Chesty Malone and the Slice 'Em Ups. It's this like brutal fucking chick who just sings old school hardcore punk, like Misfits inspired, like but insane. Like her stage presence is fucking nuts. They're amazing. But we'll get to that next week. This week we have a very special episode as well. Joining me as always is Mr. Justin Olimpado. He's upstairs in the big chair up there. And we don't have to stall this week because we got done really fucking early with the song. So we are also joined by Mr. Zachary.
I'm here on time.
Starman. And we have a special guest, Richard Blackmore, in-house. He's joining us to taste some candy a little bit later. We're going to be getting to some candy time.
Yeah.
It's Halloween season. I got a Halloween party happening this week, and you know what? It's time for candy.
I got a Halloween party hat.
I got a Halloween party hat this week. You know, I went out and I was like, you know what? Every good Halloween party needs a good Halloween hat. And I got it. No, I did decide on my Halloween costume though. So this is what it's going to be, and I don't care if it's spoiling it. I don't care about the surprise. I've been talking about it to myself for like 5 years, to the point where just conversations in the bathroom alone. But I would set a reminder on my phone every like December when I would remember this costume idea. Because it's remember Santa Baby, the song Santa Baby?
Yeah.
Like Santa Baby, sexy, seductive black dress, hot chick, red boa and everything. So my plan is I'm going to do my face, my hair is going to get all dyed white, the beard's going to go white, I'm going to make my red rosy cheeks and everything, and then from here down, I'm going to be wearing a white t-shirt and a diaper, and I'm going to be Santa Baby. is gonna
I would
be
expect
great.
nothing less.
Yeah, I thought of just doing the drag thing because that would just be creepy for everybody. And then the next day, to make things easier, I have to be in costume at work. I'm just rehashing an old one, Santa on Vacation. So it's kind of I didn't want to do Santa Baby so soon after Santa on Vacation because that one was I had like the Kanye glasses, like the fucking the slats in them that did nothing for you from 2007, whatever it was.
Dude, they're actually from the 80s.
From the 80s? I was gonna say I thought they were from 19 something.
Steve started a playlist the other day of the most 80s videos ever.
And those glasses are
yeah,
in it?
I forget the song.
All right.
Was some straight
New
up
wave.
80s
Yeah,
shit.
fuck yeah.
80s pop, man.
But yeah, so that's gonna be awesome. I love Halloween season, so that's why we're eating candy today. We're getting into the candy. But in addition to eating, we are gonna be drinking a bit. Right now, we're all sipping on a couple different things. We got some Natty Ice. Richard, you brought a little supply from home. You got hazy boom sauce. Ooh, who makes that?
Yeah.
Lord Hobo.
Lord Hobo. I've heard of them. I don't know if I've actually had any of theirs. But we are gonna try something new tonight. So Justin, I think it's time to taste some beer.
You're right. I think so too.
What are we drinking? What are we drinking?
It's actually beer.
Yeah.
Still excited.
What are we drinking? What are we drinking? We're drinking
Beer. Some of those short songs are the best songs we've ever written, ever.
Yeah.
And they took 30 minutes to do 10 of them. Or 4 of them or something like that. So Justin,
I went to Wallenpaupack Brewing yesterday and picked up two growlers worth of 264-ounce growlers worth of different beer.
Yes, you did.
And what I have here is the El Dorado Smash. I don't really know much about any of the beer. I read it, but I didn't retain it. But it had different hops,
the ABV
El
or
Dorado.
anything like that.
No, they wrote it down.
Oh,
this
it's on
is 5.4.
All right, so you got a 5.4, and that is the El Dorado. You said El Dorado Smash. Yep. And then over here, we're starting with another growler on this side, because we don't do things lightly here. We are doing the Pumpkin Ale. Ale. I chose to start with a random one. I didn't want to know which one it was, and now I'm happy. I'm starting with this. Again, not a huge pumpkin fan. So Richard and Justin are going to be trying the El Dorado while Zach and I try the 6%, 21 IBUs.
Yes, right here.
I'll say I've got the cap for this one. I will put it on. All right, so going with a little
I just
pour.
tasted this. This is really good.
All right, not a big pumpkin fan, so I'm not going crazy on this. Zach,
What were you doing in the pulp?
The paw pack.
Just hanging out up there, man.
Hanging out in the paw pack.
Yep.
All right, so what are you? How would you describe this beer, gentlemen, that you're drinking right now, the El Dorado? It's a nice, just to look at it. It's got a thin head.
Pale ale.
It's very light, very light.
Super smooth.
Yeah.
Super smooth.
Very easy to drink.
It's a little hoppy, but not. It's very tasteful. It's not
So
in
we
your
got
face.
that one over here, so we can look at the IBUs on that.
But it's
All
just
right.
really nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll say the
it's
smell
easy
on
drinking.
this
Yeah.
guy, the pumpkin ale over here. Again,
Dark as fuck.
It's dark, but it's like
looks
soda
real
dark.
dark.
It is like you can see
Yeah.
through it. It's brown on it, and
It's brown on
it's
it.
brown on it, and it
Thank God
does
it's
seem to
brown
keep
on
a decent head there.
And this is nice and light.
All right, this one is again just like that as you're describing. This one's on the lighter side. It's smooth. It's not pumpkin spice in your face, which is something I try to avoid. And it is. You'll definitely enjoy this. So yeah.
Yep.
What
This
other
is
beers did you
alright,
try?
you
from
know,
there?
it's not,
It's for me. It's a good pumpkin beer.
Honestly, the
It's
best
all
thing that
right.
they
I
had
want
up
more
there.
pumpkin though. It's not enough pumpkin for me.
The best thing they had up there was a tequila barrel aged goes.
Yeah, any of the other ones?
So it wasn't too sour, wasn't too sweet,
Yeah.
and the tequila just added. I don't know, tequila tastes like pepper to me, so it adds this fuller flavor to it. It's really good though. Check it out.
Hell yeah.
And that place is pretty cool.
What's kind of the setup there? Is it a good like you can just chill there for an afternoon type of thing? Is it built to retain all the vacationers for a while and all that
Oh,
shit?
for sure, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's just it looks like a square box.
Fuck
They
yeah.
brew on site. You know what I mean? I don't know all the details about it, but I mean, I've had other beers from them.
Well, it's definitely. Oh, that one's good. Yeah, nice and light and crisp. It's kind of like a Kolsch without being so as sharp as a Kolsch would be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're enjoying these fine beverages, I think it's time we also enjoy some fine jokes. Zach's favorite part.
Jokes ain't
jokes to you.
As always, I just like to preface by saying there are never any anecdotes in here.
True.
I don't even know what an anecdote is.
Every week we tell him, and every
Like a
week
cute
he
story.
forgets. It's just like a cute story. Kyle's cute story corner. That could have been the theme. Again, we were talking about this before. We need a setup so we can just record ourselves making music all throughout the show. All right, so this week for our jokes. On Sunday, a tornado swept through Dallas, lifting debris upwards of 20,000 feet in the air. The debris was said to include street signs, bicycles, and the hopes and dreams of the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh. I write songs for Zach, and then I write jokes for Zach, and then I write jokes for Zach. That one was for Zach. All right, guys. In preparation for the East Stroudsburg University homecoming weekend this past weekend, students of the state school painted the town red on Saturday morning, volunteering their time and energy to fill up the shop windows of Main Street with Warriors-themed artwork. Then, as is tradition, they spent all Saturday night painting the streets a nice vomit color.
Yep.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. They vomit everywhere. And it's not even really the students so much as the people that haven't partied in 8 years coming back for the first time since last year.
Yep.
They really just do it once a year, and it's this weekend.
Yep.
Maybe, like, they're not pros. They don't know what they're doing
I went
anymore.
out for
you guys
homecoming
went out.
night.
Yeah.
We just kept saying how much we never wanted to go, and I was like, I don't even think I've ever been. Everyone was like, named all the other times we've went, and it's been like pretty much constantly.
Yeah.
Forever, always go out that night and get stupid hammered.
Yeah.
But I can never remember that we went out for homecoming. I
don't
didn't
know.
even go there.
I avoid it at all costs. I avoid everything. I had to go down to Main Street to get tickets for the Bigwig show just to make sure I had it. So I left work and I went there, and I was just like, oh, maybe I'll stop in a like Warrior and have a beer. Maybe I'll stop in a like Teddy's. And I walked to one, nope. Walked to another, nope. Just called an Uber from there and just went the fuck home. I was also sick as hell, but I was like, I'll just have like a whiskey or something, like and just go to sleep
we
after
got
that.
shit hammered, dude.
You said you were doing a lot of Rumplemans, right?
Shots of Rumplemans
Ooh.
to the table
Ooh.
too.
Last year,
We had a table in all that.
I
chaos.
tried
It was
doing
the best.
Dirty Girl Scouts at the Cinder, but we don't have Rumplemans. Or we don't have creme de menthe, so we used Rumplemans instead, and it was
Very different.
It's
huh?
very different and way more alcoholic. So much more alcohol in Rumplemans than in creme de menthe is like a 12%
that's-
liqueur,
It's for taste.
and then you're going with the fucking 100 proof, like
Rumplemans.
oh yeah. All right, and then finally, last joke of the evening, the film Maleficent 2 struggled at the box office for its opening weekend, bringing in only an estimated $36 million in its first 3 days, which comparison, The Joker made $29 million this weekend, and it's in its like third, fourth week of being out.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, Maleficent 2. It's a huge disappointment for Disney, and this release has made some executives wonder, hey, maybe people are tired of seeing their childhoods bastardized for profit. It's not so much a joke as just like an extreme accusation.
What about
of
if you
Disney.
were a
Yeah.
bastard of a child?
I mean, I pretty much was a bastard of a child. I mean, not really. No, actually, I wasn't at all. I was a sweet, sweet little kid until something happened.
And now you're a sweet, sweet man.
Yes, thank you.
You're
All
a
right.
sweet, sweet man.
So once in a while, for a while, every week, we were doing this
Oh, I
segment
just got hit with something.
called Trivia Time, and
Did
it's
ringing?
been
Did you get any ring?
getting ringing. You getting ringing in your ears? I'm not.
I just got a real high pitch like spike for a sec.
Tinnitus. You need quietus. But we were doing this segment called Trivia Time, and you know, we Justin was falling really far behind, and
Yeah.
we didn't have a guest for
Like I
6
said,
weeks.
I'm pretty good at trivia, dude.
And Justin is now technically above the guest, but to be fair, on the very official scoreboard that we have here, I put an asterisk next to the guest's 8 because they haven't been here for, you know, like basically 6, 7 of these installments.
Yeah.
So every week at the Cinder Inn, I run trivia night every Wednesday at 7:30, say 8 o'clock around there. Try to get there 7:30 for the most part. And each week I bring trivia questions from trivia night to the Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up podcast, and I ask you guys, you each have a dry erase board. Richard, yours is behind you on the arm of the big chair. And we're going to jump into trivia time.
Yeah.
It's trivia time, I'm a trivial guy. Now it's time for trivia time. Yeah.
All right. Alrighty, so this week I'm doing a best of week. So the first round is going to be previously on Trivia Night. The second round is going to be no shit bullshit, which is a true false category that is about the human body. And then the third category is, as always, mixed nuts. So it's just a random grab bag of trivia. I'm going to read you the question. There is no multiple choice. You just have to give me your best answer, and then we will tally up the scores. So again, this is from a previous week that we had, and it was from a independent film category.
Okay.
So the question is, in 1993, Mexican-American director Robert Rodriguez released his first film, the first in his Mexico trilogy. This story follows a traveling musician who is mistaken for a hitman carrying a guitar case and looking for work. This unsuspecting man must fight his way out of a small town in Mexico. What was the name of this film? The first made by Robert Rodriguez, and it was made for only $7,000.
Gotcha.
What was the name of this film? The first by Robert Rodriguez, that was made for only $7,000. Now, everybody's writing down an answer or has written down an answer. We have Richard looking very confident in the corner. So let's jump over to Richard. What is your answer here? El Mariachi, all right. So El Mariachi. Justin, what is your answer over
put
there?
Desperado.
Desperado. And Zach also.
Put Desperado.
Desperado.
Too.
It is El Mariachi. El Mariachi's first, then Desperado.
Yeah.
I
and
never even
then
heard of it.
Once Upon a Time in
good.
Mexico
Yeah, exactly.
is the third. Once Upon a Time in
Yeah,
Mexico is the third.
Right, yeah, fuck
El
yeah.
Mariachi. I purposely picked that one when I was thinking either you or Mikey was going to be on. And I'm like, Mikey better know this. Richard should know this.
Mikey showed me it.
Oh, nice. It's fucking... The guy used a wheelchair to do, like, rolling dolly shots. He literally sat the camera in... Like, he was in a wheelchair and goes over... One scene, he has to, like, purposely slow down because it goes over tile. And so, like, the camera's just this weird, and it looks like this artsy choice. And it was like, no, we filmed it, and it was all bumpy, so we slowed it down so it wasn't, like... Fucking crazy, but $7,000.
Really good for how low of a budget it
Dude,
was.
Yeah.
it was cheaper than Clerks, and it looks that good.
It's also in Spanish though, so
It's
you
in
gotta watch
Spanish.
the subs.
You gotta watch the subs. But Desperado was kind of a remake, but also a sequel too. And they switched out actors and stuff along those lines. All right, so number 2 from No Shit Bullshit. The only answers that you can have here are either no shit or bullshit, and this is about the human body. So the sentence that I'm going to read to you, if it's true, no shit, false, bullshit. The sentence is, human hair and human fingernails continue to grow after death. Human hair and fingernails continue to grow after death. No shit, it is true. Bullshit, it is false. We're getting some answers written down there. Justin,
Yep,
how
I'm
confident
good.
you feeling?
Pretty confident.
Pretty confident. All right, so no shit, it's true. Bullshit, it's false. Human hair and fingernails continue to grow after death. What do you say?
No shit.
No shit. Richard, what do you say?
No shit.
No shit. And Zach, no shit. It's actually bullshit. That it takes energy to grow hair. Everything else recedes, and the hair just looks, and the fingernails just look longer.
Not even for a little bit,
Like you need energy once the energy source
days?
is done.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wowee.
there's a misnomer that our parents lied to us about for fucking decades.
I
Damn
feel
you, parents.
betrayed.
Yeah, your mom also said no shit.
She said no shit. Yeah, yeah. All right, number 3.
See, Mom.
Number 3. People will often use the word eon to mean an extremely long period of time. In science, the word eon has an actual assigned length of time. Scientifically speaking, how many years is an eon? How many years is an eon? So you know a decade. You know, a year, a decade, a century, a millennium. How far past that do you know? Now, I got to tell you that the answers, the multiple choice answers that I'm going to give are... Any of them would make you kind of go, okay, well, I guess that could be it. But, like, how, like, really, could it be longer than that, shorter than that? Like, what is an eon? So, if you'd like, I could give you multiple choice.
No, fuck that.
Fuck that. All right, I want to see everybody's estimate then. So...
All right.
What is, scientifically speaking, how many years is an eon? Eon. Richard, you wrote an answer down?
I'm gonna go with 1,000,000 years.
1 million years.
Are we playing the game of whoever gets it
I'm
closer?
probably shooting super high.
No, just
I went with 10,000.
he went with 10,000 years. All right, and Justin.
5, dude.
5 years. An eon. Yeah. If we're going, are we going to go with who got the closest to without going over? Do we want to do that rule, and we'll give the point
Yes,
to that
because
person?
it's probably me.
All right. So the answer is 1 billion years. So
my
Richard gets it
God.
right because a billion's more than a million.
1
I'll take the
billion.
point, but I
1
wish I had
billion.
the answer.
1 billion years.
That's stupid.
It is. It's crazy. And
Miranda knew that.
she said 1 billion years. She also has Google over there. Your mom said 1,000 years. I don't know what do they have 1,000? Like a millennium's 2,000 years.
Yeah.
But how long? What is it? Half a millennium? You just say half a millennium? It's a millennium, maybe?
No.
No? I don't know what
Is
1,000
it a
years.
millennium 1,000 years?
No, I thought a millennium was 2,000 years.
No, it's 1,000.
Every
years.
1,000? Oh, okay, so that would be a millennium. I'm stupid on that.
Like
All right.
millipede, like 1,000.
Yep, I didn't have the answer
No.
to that question written down, so I look real dumb. All right, so we are going to be taking our first break here before we come back and talk about our Brunch Weekly original single. And our song is from a band called Calling Annabelle. Now, what's awesome about these
Hello.
guys, I found them on Instagram just through like random hashtag searches. And at first, they said they were from Hamburg. And I'm like, oh, like Hamburg, PA or something like that. That's pretty sweet. But these guys are actually from Hamburg, Germany. It is a little after 3 in the morning. It's almost 3:30 in the morning there. So if they are listening in, huge thanks for tuning in live. If not, thank you for listening back in the future. Listening back in the future. That makes all sense. That makes
You
sense.
say, "Dunk shame, motherfuckers."
It's up. All right. So, Calling Annabelle, this song that we're going to be playing is called Alive. It's available on Spotify. You can find them on YouTube by searching Calling Annabelle Band. They are planning an upcoming EP with a remastering, along with a remastering of their current available tracks. And if you're in Hamburg around December 7th, keep an eye out. They have a show that is being planned right now. No specific details, but check them out, Calling Annabelle. I think it's Calling Annabelle _official on Instagram, and you can get all your information there. So without any further delay, here is our second international. We only had one from Australia, right? Two from Australia?
Yeah, I think we had 2.
So our
Maybe
third
third.
international, but our second nation that is providing music. Fuck you, Canada. You're so close.
Well, if you count us, it's the third nation.
Well, third out, third altogether, second outside of America.
Triple threes, play those numbers.
We're in the
tonight,
threes.
ladies.
All right, guys. So here you have it. Calling Annabelle's single "Alive." We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Enjoy.
I'm a sword, I'm a word, I'm a hole in the ground, I'm a mountain, I'm a way, I'm a road, I'm something special to me. I'm a man with two hands, I will push you around. See my girl on the floor, I will fight her down and down. Why are myself all the time? And people lost their minds on the line. I'm something special to me. I'm alive and I'm ready to die. I'm alive and I'm ready to die. I'm alive, I'm ready to die! I'm ready to die! You're my facade, I'm in blood, you know, listen to me. On the top of the world, anything I say is me. My mind is wide, I run out of time. Can't stop me, can't hold back from the line. I'm something special to me. I'm alive and I'm ready to die. 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 What's it alive? I'm gonna die. Open my eyes, I'm part of my life. I'm still alive.
Dave Mayer killed himself.
And that's perfectly sums up the song we just heard, Alive. So again, that was Calling Annabelle from Hamburg, Germany. Check them out on Instagram, Spotify. They're just good driving fucking. It's a good blend, and if you listen to other songs, what we're kind of saying to Richard,
They all
in
sort
the
of
break,
sound different.
they do have very
like,
different sounds to different songs. I don't know if it's different singers on different songs, or if he kind of stylizes his voice in different ways, or if they've just matured or gotten a different singer or something along those lines. But they, you can definitely tell the influence of like 90s American like rock into punk and everything that is getting there. And it's kind of fun to see that like 30 years after like the German new wave shit hit, everybody in America is kind of like, oh yeah, like we can throw this into like dance and party music. And that kind of like had a resurgence in a little way. And then kind of the same thing's happening on the backside. But Germans, I just always think it's going to just sound like either really technical or really angry, like, and that's racist against Zach's people.
I feel like a lot of German music is that.
Yeah, it's really
When
technical.
I think of,
That
like,
has more of a
actual
flow to it,
German
and I enjoy
music,
it.
I think of those motherfuckers in their goddamn Lederos and
Yeah, well, I feel
the
like
old school polka-ish.
Yeah.
if you were
What became polka over here? Whatever that was over there, like traditional.
just traditional German music. Now, if like yodeling and stuff. Now, if you if
There's
you
some
were
German
drunk
death
at
metal,
Oktoberfest, and then you went to a bar after the whole day of being out and about, and that band was playing, it would just be like the fuck, like that would be the band.
stoked.
It'd be fucking awesome. That's the band. So check them out again from Hamburg, Germany. You should just make a vacation to Hamburg, Germany, just to meet these guys and listen to more of their music. Yeah. And speaking of more music, we have, as always, speaking of hamburgers, Zach, look under your seat. You've been cooking a hamburger this whole time.
You get a hamburger.
You get a hamburger.
You get a hamburger.
You get a hamburger, and you get a grilled chicken sandwich, motherfucker.
But Oprah, I'm a vegan.
It's an impossible burger. And one strictly carnivorous person's like, no meat, no meat,
that
no
guy
eat.
is not watching
Did you
Oprah.
see that Arby's made a carrot entirely out of meat?
A carrot? That's amazing.
They
They're
call it
battling back.
They call it a
possible carrot?
vegetable.
A vegetable. Say that's a possible carrot I could eat right there. That would be amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
But we always we don't have hamburgers, but we do have
Oh
a
my
new.
God.
That's good.
This second beer,
Yeah, it's
with their
fizzy.
first beer, I like it.
It's like fizzy lifting
right?
drink.
That
Yeah,
was
your
good.
first beer. Oh yeah, you guys are drinking the pumpkin over there now. What
I
are your
like the
thoughts?
pumpkin.
Pumpkin's good.
It's light.
It's not in your face.
Exactly. That's what I want to
it's
avoid.
doable.
All of the spices that come along with it, because maybe I do like the taste of pumpkin. I just don't like what everybody puts on it. Even though those ingredients are pretty much chai tea, and that's one of my favorite things in the world.
True.
Yeah. Either way, beer's good. Check them out, Wall & Paw Pack Brewery.
Yeah,
you said they even had like a White Claw knockoff type of thing.
They said that they're coming out with
like a
what
White
they're calling
Paw,
it, like White Paw or something like that.
Yeah. So playing off that, so that'll be fun to check out in the
There's
future.
no law when you have the paw.
And they're
Yeah.
pretty reasonable. Like 6-packs are like $6
Dude, it's
for
delicious
like
beer.
pounders. You know what I
And
mean?
they are not a sponsor.
$6.
We're just talking about it because we like it. But yeah, so we wrote another weekly original single, the three of us. Now, Zach, go into a little bit what the inspiration of the song
the
was.
three
What were you
of us.
listening? We can record if we try.
I was just listening to more of what I've been listening to. Same shit.
Same shit. And what was the decision of how you wanted the song, like the flow of the song, like the style? You were telling me you wanted me to cram as many lyrics as possible into the shortest amount of space as possible, which is very rare for you to tell me.
Yeah.
So is there any specific band that was really pushing you in that direction that you've been
Just
listening
like,
Sounds like power violence.
to? Power violence. I love genre names. I think genre names are
sometimes
the
like,
best.
like Cannibal Corpse, or like they'll be like, oh, works right very quick, stab your neck and throw it, and blah blah blah, and do this that. And I do this other thing, we do
exactly.
this other thing. So I was thinking more like that American death metal
Hell yeah.
style of singing.
Now, Justin, you went in, and I felt like this was one of the quickest drum sessions that you
Yeah, this
had.
one just everything clicked.
Yeah, it went really smooth. So smooth that for the first time ever, I mean, the song, we started recording a little earlier, but like we weren't here till about like 4:45, 5 o'clock.
I don't think I started drums until like 5:30, 5:45.
Yeah, and you were done by 6.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we had pretty much everything done by 7:15.
Yeah.
And then we had time to imbibe. So that's why everything's real smooth tonight, and why everything is going down so smooth tonight. I love pumpkin beer tonight. This is amazing. So Zach, what is the name of this song?
Ness.
NES, N-E-S, not NESS, but not Nintendo NES, just NES. NES. It came because he goes, "What are we calling this?" And I looked through the 3 sentences and picked the coolest sentence that I had written out so far, and out of the 3 sentences I looked at, only one of them kind of still remained in the song, and it's really just the word darkness, because I had to keep it in there because he named the song Ness. So everything else kind of got changed around. Yeah. Lyrically, this is just like this is just like a somber, really like hating yourself type of lyrics, and I think it's just because I was coming out of being sick and everything. I was kind of like, I feel like shit.
There's little bits, boops of very, very happy guitars.
Oh, there's some happy elements, there's some happy vocals, but we went heavy for the most part.
You know, you can have little happy moments when you're depressed.
Yeah, and then ironically...
That's totally what I was thinking of when I wrote it.
Yeah, we're clever that way. But the part that is all light and sweet, where I actually sing, the only part I actually sing on the entire song, I'm not screaming or shouting or something else, that is the line about how no more like happy moments, basically. So it's weird. Yeah. It's like a juxtaposed to itself in some weird way. I'm sorry. I was trying to play off how smart Zach was with his former comment, but either way, so this song came out to about how long? 3.5 minutes.
It's short.
It is 3:34.
3:34. So I think this is like the first or second shortest song we've done. And this is the season of pop music, minus a 6-week detour into a rock concept album that we did. Yep. But other than that, it's the year of pop. So we are trying to keep under that 4.5 minute threshold. And we're just writing in pop format, no matter what the genre is. So without any further delay, let's jump right in to our Brunch Weekly original single, Ness. We'll be back in 3 minutes and 30-ish seconds. Enjoy. All right,
Hey.
there you go. We have it. That is Ness, our Brunch Weekly original single, and you can see in the upstairs chair right now. Will be on the main screen periodically throughout this next segment. We are joined by Mr. Richard Blackmore.
Hello.
You've heard him. Now you see
Hello.
him.
What's up, dude?
Now you love him. Unless you're Helen, then you've already loved him. For better or worse. Forever. You gotta. You're his mom. Forever. So, what I failed to mention before we went into the song is that we, for the first time this season, all three of us did vocals.
Yeah,
Which
I noticed that.
we have not done just because the production side of things has been so much more on Zach that he hasn't had the chance really to add any vocals or to step away from the controls. But for today, he wanted this specific thing, and I'm not. My voice isn't hitting that since I was fucking 15,
That's
16
like
years
when
old.
you fight the moth in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
Is it
No,
not?
yeah, you're right. You're right. It is.
Never
Totally.
played it.
I've watched him play it.
Yo, you should just listen to some of the music in that.
Oh,
Like,
man,
you'll
it's
have a
fucking
calm
awesome.
day
We
and
should
you're like,
just
all
write
right, and
some
then
of
all
the
of a sudden
music
it
for
just
that.
gets so tense. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like ready for things to jump on you. You know what I mean? Like,
I gotta say,
It's fucked up.
streamers everywhere need to just start using our music to stream to instead of using whatever music is provided or whatever else they're fucking
yeah,
listening
by
to.
all means.
I mean, Justin, you
music.
stream. Fucking Charlie streams.
Yep.
Almost Adorno. Check him out. He's, you know.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm usually playing through the catalog and shit that we
Yeah,
have.
yeah. I think it's gonna make everything way more epic. And a song like that, you can play on repeat the entire. That's fucking.
Sure.
It was brutal. But yeah, we all three did vocals. Now, Richard is joining us tonight because we're going to try some candy. And Zach, when we discussed doing a candy episode, Zach had two things pretty much to say. Zach said, I'm going to make my own candy, and you guys have to play a game called Chocolate or Poop. We are not doing that one. We are
Oh, that's
not.
good.
We are not.
Yeah.
We're
That's
not.
good.
Is it chocolate or is it poop? It'd be a fun game to play. Never. So we're not doing that. But he did want to. He kind of wanted to prepare like a statement, like just pull all of his thoughts together into one sound statement. So since we were done recording the song so early, we just left Zach alone, and he recorded this.
You were there.
Oh yeah, I was there for most of it, but you recorded this spoken word pretty much on your own. This is his message to everybody about what's
Candy?
about to go down. It's about candy time, I think.
All right.
So let's listen to Zach's.
Hey, I'd just like to take this time to welcome you to the show. Yeah, it's candy time. Yeah.
Only on this show do we make that transition.
Candy time.
Candy's candy. We're gonna eat some candy. Reach around or handy. I'll do anything if you give me some candy.
Candy.
Psychedelic candy.
This is psychedelic candy. That's what's going on.
Yeah, hell yeah. So there There's an all Zach. I was pretending to do backup vocals there for a little bit, but I don't think made it through the editing process on that. So that is an all Zach production right there. So we're gonna jump right into probably one of the greatest things we've done on this show. We've done soda in the past. We've done a bunch of beer when we've had James on. And he also did the soda taste test with us. I did tell him he's going to come on hopefully closer in like the Christmas time period. A, to help us write a song, and B, we're going to do a rewarding episode where we drink real beer that we actually like for the first time with James O, and then let him just do what he does when he talks about beer and can just like actually describe it. And just the reason I nerd out so much on beer is because he's filled my brain with knowledgeable information. So he's going to come back for that. But
what did you say with nonsense? He's filling my brain with nonsense.
I fill my own brain with nonsense. But we're going to start with eating some candy here. And basically I bought 2 of each of them. So Rich and Justin, you're going to share. Zach and I are going to share. And the first one we're going to go to here is, if we want to show them, the Violet Crumble. The girl in the store pronounced it as Violent Crumble. And I was like, whoa, it's Violet.
Crumbles and violence.
It's described as shattering candy-coated honeycomb. It is a product of Australia. Now, Zach, you've had some of this in the past, you say?
Yeah, me and Justin.
Well, they had crunchies.
Yeah.
No, you bought this. I bought this shit and so did you.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you take it out of the wrapper, and it is...
looks like a turd.
It looks like a turd. It's like a firm Milky Way, or those fudge nutters or whatever they call from like Little Debbie's. It kind of looks like that. It has the weight of that. I'm just gonna give this a nice clean break.
Yeah, it's got a nice
clean crisp break. So again, this is really, really fucking light. So again, it is honeycomb chocolate. So all you ASMR
really
fans, get ready.
Dude. These are really fucking good. I forgot that. Like,
whoa,
notes.
Wow,
Those are some good candy. Yeah.
holy.
This is good candy.
Now I've had honeycomb before, but this is like condensed
yeah,
honeycomb.
It's different. I don't know what they do to it, but
it's almost like freeze dried.
You know how
Sort of.
the
You're always-
astronaut
Yeah.
ice cream. Yeah.
you're always looking at Butterfingers, and you're just like, they're good, but they get really, really stuck in your teeth, like when you're chewing up a Butterfingers. This is like if Butterfingers had sex with an ice cream sandwich, but it was not needed to stay cold. Like it's lighter.
Yeah, it just melts.
It melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
That is. I'm going in for another. Oh.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy. I like this.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I cannot recommend this enough. The Violet Crumble.
Yeah.
And before we go any further, I do want to mention the wonderful business that we bought all these at today is, you can barely see it, but it's Grandpa Joe's Candy Shop on Main
Take
Street
some of those as palate cleansers.
in Stroudsburg. Now, Justin, you do have another candy that we're going to use as a palate cleanser, as you just said to Richard. Now, these are wine gums. Gums.
Yeah, wine gums.
I don't know what that means.
Now, the girl in the store let us know that these were created or popularized during Prohibition. And it was to get the flavor of wine when you couldn't get the flavor of wine. So that is
These
why
are
these
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
were made. So we're going to use these
gummies.
to just try, because it's candy night, but also as a nice palate cleanser. I got one that looks like a worm. It says something on it. Claret. It says Claret on it.
Yeah, they have different sayings on each one.
Oh, it's like light jujubes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Oh, it's the type of the wine. That's what it is.
Oh, that makes
There's
sense.
Hock. There's
Duh.
Claret.
I have one that says gin.
Yeah.
gin wine to some people.
Mine does say gin as well.
These are good, yeah. Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
Definitely pretty damn
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all right.
All right, yeah.
Wouldn't buy them again.
Wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to buy them, but I could see me craving them in 5 years and going, remember those things? I just kind of want to try one of those things again. But yeah, it's like jujubes that you don't have to floss immediately after eating. So I can get behind that. Now the next one, just if you want to show them upstairs in the upstairs chair cam.
I'm actually excited about this one.
Hammond's Pigs and Taters. It is milk chocolate with bacon flavored bits and potato chips. Now, in the store, Justin made a comment. He goes, oh, yeah, you always combine your potato chips with chocolate. And I don't know how joking he was, but I will get a Frosty at Wendy's just to dip my fries into it. Like, I'll eat it, but just to dip my fries into it. So I'm excited about it.
I mean,
Now,
there are chocolate-covered potato chips.
oh, and I've had those, and those are
those are
delicious,
great.
yeah. But combining chips, bacon, and chocolate, I might not have to do as much work anymore. All right.
Okay.
I'm definitely getting the saltiness in there.
Tastes more like bacon bits.
Yep.
Than
Yeah, once you start getting it.
like I was hoping that this was gonna be
Like literally
really
just giant
fucking good.
chunks.
Yeah,
Now this is not bad.
it's not bad.
It's just a greasy after bacon.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. It's the bad part of having bacon, your mouth being coated with grease without actually just getting a piece of bacon.
You don't really taste the bacon until the chocolate's almost gone.
Yeah. Now, I would say that if they took this idea and just did two strips of
I
bacon
don't get the potato chip part though.
covered by like 6 potato chips and then
salt?
make that into a bar. Yeah, I think it's the salt, but that's bacon as well.
Yeah,
But it says bacon flavoring and parts of chips.
yeah,
So,
maybe. I don't
well,
know.
I'll say the chocolate's good. It's good chocolate.
It's good chocolate.
The overall flavor is
Not
good.
bad.
I would say this mixed into like ice cream, if you do like the full frosty approach to it and chill it down a little bit, you might get a little bit more of those flavors like popping out. But at least the texture would be a little bit different. So it's really not bad. But it's not nearly as amazing as I was really hoping it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I'm just getting the bits of chips are like little pieces of salt. That trail.
Anybody else need another palate cleanser, or are we good over there?
I have.
You guys got a couple? All right. What's your palate cleanser? I got port.
Mine's one of the worms.
One of the worms. So
I
it's a
have
claret.
that one too. That one's not bad.
Yeah,
I forget the first one I had. It was dark though, and it wasn't as good as this
Oh,
one.
do they still say it on it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I got whatever one wasn't the claret, the green one.
Oh. No, it might just still be a claret because some of them have different colors. Like
Well,
This says Rioja.
Rioja. Nice.
I didn't even
Rioja?
notice.
that's for
Rioja.
the next one.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, I only know about that from working, with wine as a bartender in restaurants. But I don't think I've ever had a Rioja. I don't think I've ever actually sold a Rioja. I just haven't known about it. Rioja. All right, so the next one we have. I would not say I'm the most excited about this one, but I'm the most curious about this one.
Yeah, what is this?
This is Botan rice candy. Botan rice candy.
Wait,
So
you're supposed to be able to eat this?
now they say, I'm going to eat it without the paper, but they say, the girl in the store again, informed us that this is edible paper. It's supposed to be made out of rice paper.
This is plastic.
That's what
I think
maybe,
it's wrapped around.
maybe there's plastic and then something else wrapped around it. Let's get
Yeah,
as
that's
deep as we
exactly what it
can
is.
before we just eat the
okay.
plastic.
Okay.
All right.
Is this supposed to be taffy or something?
Because
I'm not
It's a
sure.
hard candy.
I almost put the whole thing in my mouth.
We
like that
originally were
before.
trying to not go for
That
hard
would've been
candies
bad.
because the idea of sitting here trying to talk to each other, that's just disintegrating. So I mean, did you go the
like
whole thing,
taffy.
or are you going just the candy? Because
No,
I
I
can't
put
get
the
the
wrap-
paper off.
No, I'm doing it with.
All right, so the whole thing,
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
taffy.
Oh, it just melts right off it.
rice. But so it does say it comes with stickers. So I'm gonna get to the bottom of that, which is more important to me. The stickers.
These things don't really taste like anything.
Ooh, I got
They don't really taste like anything.
yeah. This tastes like 0 things.
Maybe because the paper's still around it.
Maybe because
Yeah,
it's
cat in
rice
a basket.
candy. It's
That's
literally
true.
just a candy that you're just supposed to chews.
It
Stickers.
gets chewy real fast.
It
Oh,
gives
it's
you.
starting to get good.
I'll say maybe it gives you the satisfaction of
Reams
Kinda
of
eating
yeah.
something when you don't have a lot of food to eat.
Once it gets chewier and chewier, it starts getting like kind of nice.
There's some
Yep.
flavor happening.
Oh man, I like that.
It's almost got like a light mandarin flavor or something along those lines.
Almost like
Alright,
the
so not
orange
as bad.
slices.
It's like an orange slice
But
you have
it
to
hit,
work
like,
for.
Yeah, it hits you
Little-
later.
A little citric acid in there.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Now I will say
That's a better palate cleanser than the gummies. for
that
sure.
is
Yeah.
exactly what I was going to say. So now the rest of them are in here. So if you want another palate
yeah.
cleanser from those,
Right there.
but really the next thing we eat is the last thing that we're eating.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Now, so I gotta say, just quick before we move on to the final one, the Botan rice candy, I am happier with the result of that than I am the potato bacon balls.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
by
for
far,
sure.
dude.
I would definitely go and get more of these because, again, one of those, just take a little bit, eat it,
Take a little bit while you shit.
take a little
Chew
bit while you
candy
shit.
while you poop.
Now
The
that I
all you
know
gotta
it,
do.
The
now
next
that I know what
one,
it does too,
Yeah.
I would let it sit longer.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Savor that flavor.
But if you can't get to, if you're at work and you can't eat and you just throw that in your mouth and you're just like busy, that thing it'll hold you. It'll hold you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a real man. Throw in a fucking pack of lip.
while you're serving those tables. Pack that lip.
Pack that lip.
While you're going in for a meeting with the executives, pack that lip.
Fuck yeah. I'd bring
Never
the
a bad
nasty ass
time.
water bottle with you to spit into.
No, walk into your executive boardroom and just go, hi, yeah, so I need a projector and a spitter. And someone just walks out with a paper cup with a bunch of napkins jammed into it for you.
Oh, that's the worst.
All right.
So, are you guys excited for this next one?
So this
No.
last one.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I love
I
it.
am excited and nervous about this last one. We couldn't just make it super easy. So the last thing we are eating is chocolate dipped insects. Now, let's go over the nutritional facts. It's 1 serving per container is 1. So all of these are for every piece, and there's 1, 2, 3, like 7, 8 pieces.
I'm gonna try one of each.
All right.
Grasshopper and a mealworm.
I'll say it is mealworms and grasshoppers. 70 calories in this serving. All right. And you do get 10 grams of carbs from this. I don't know if that's, I think it's mostly from the
The
chocolate.
future's all about eating bugs.
The future is about
The
eating
future
bugs.
is about eating bugs.
Fall's about death metal, and the future's about eating bugs. All right, so it's in the box, and then it's in a sealed little thing. So, all right.
boy.
Here, you want one of those, the brown guys
Yeah.
there? I'll give you a brown guy and a white guy.
Are we doing a
what I'm
brown or
doing.
a white first?
Well, I'm just doing a worm and a other shaped thing.
You're just doing them together?
No, I'm gonna do
No.
them separate. I'm
Okay,
gonna see if
separate.
there's any differential in the.
Well, that's
All right,
what I'm
just get
saying.
everything out.
Which
So,
one are you doing first?
do you have a long guy? You got a wiener shaped guy?
I got one
That's
each.
a
All right,
mealworm.
that's a mealworm. Let's go
I
with
got white
the
chocolate.
mealworm. I got white chocolate. What flavor do you have?
Oh, mine's regular chocolate.
Regular chocolate. And
Oh.
you got white chocolate.
I
So
got white
you know what? I'm gonna
chocolate.
go with dark. I'm gonna go with the regular chocolate since Richard and I will then be on that.
'cause
And
I
you guys
have
will be on
a
white.
grasshopper.
All right. So here we go. This is the mealworm. Initial taste is chocolate.
Yeah.
Crunchiness. Chocolate. If you
Yep.
just told me that was a piece of candy that fell on the floor last year and you could eat it, then I went, okay, I'll eat it. And it tastes like that.
That's fine, honestly.
That is fine. Now the other one does have a little bit more
There's a
girl
little bit of
to
an
it.
aftertaste.
Yeah, a little bit. But you know, nothing a palate cleanser wouldn't be able to fix after this. Now,
True. A little bit of beer. Oh
mhm,
god.
yeah, a little bit of beer. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me
sounds-
wash down that mealworm.
You know what the leftover tastes like? Like when you get those little pieces of like popcorn.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like popcorn kernel.
It's like that texture in there.
Like the thing that gets stuck in your tooth
get,
and you
like-
find it a day
that's
after going to the
that's
movies
the
and you're like, how? I
exoskeleton.
flossed.
I know. I just had
Yeah.
exoskeleton stuck in my teeth. I'm,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a little wigged out, but it didn't
All
taste
right.
bad.
So the next one. So I went with the regular chocolate on that. So I'm gonna go white chocolate on this next one.
No,
I'm
Are
going
these-
regular chocolate.
Are these
Crickets.
Is it cricket?
Yeah, but are they roasted and then covered? Or
I'm not
just-
sure. I don't know if they
Or
actually
covered
say
like
that.
raw.
All right, they
Pasteurized?
Don't know.
do not say on the package, so it's up to you to decide whether that really matters before you eat it, I guess. But I'm going with a white chocolate covered grasshopper. And Richard, you got a white chocolate as well. Zach, where
I
you
got a
going?
grasshopper.
Regular chocolate. All
Or
right.
cricket, you said.
So now everybody's had regular chocolate and white chocolate, just with different things. All right, so here we go. It looks kind of like a rat covered in chocolate. All right, here we go.
There's not that much in it. Like I bit half of it.
Oh, that was way too chewy. Oh no.
It is way more chewy
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's not chocolate.
Is that poo? Zach, did you play the game anyway? Did you cover these in your
Dude,
shit?
I could eat these all day. I love them.
So it really doesn't taste bad at all.
It doesn't taste
It's
bad.
psychological.
It's psychological for sure. To the point where it's the white chocolate ones of the other mealworms melting in my hand, so I'm gonna eat that before it melts. Do you want another cricket?
Yeah, bud.
All right. I had to rip
I'm
the
good.
bag open to get them out.
They're not bad, but
I
I'm
will
not going
say
out of my way for it.
my personal overall ranking on them. The fucking honeycomb thing is bomb.
Yeah,
I will
that-
be back for that.
That's the best thing.
I'm going back for it
For
right
sure.
now.
I literally saved some for this moment, knowing that we had crickets and mealworms to come.
Rich, would you like another piece of this, man?
Yeah.
That's the best palate cleanser of them all.
Oh, that's a
That'd be, I would accept that as a dessert at a steak dinner restaurant.
It's
Like,
almost like
they just handed this to me on a plate. I'd be like, this is like a candy biscotti.
Well, the crunchies are good with ice
Daddy.
cream. That crunchy
man.
ice cream we used to do at Jock's was
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah. Well, that was honeycomb, right? Delicious. The for me, the next one in line is flavor wise, the potato bacon one probably has an overall flavor, but a better flavor. But the one I'm drawn to next
this
is
is
definitely the Bocon rice candy.
The rice candy's cool.
And people are gonna look at you real weird when they go, "Do you have like a mint or anything?" And you just go, "Hold on, here you go." And you want a sticker? You want a sticker of some cats dancing with an elephant?
Yeah, I do.
It's over there. I'll put it over there later.
You ever have the little green apple candies at China buffets?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, those
man.
are great.
They're so. What are they?
I don't think they're apple. They
They're not
are
apple.
Guava.
They're something else.
yeah, guava.
Guava. That's what it is.
But it's like
Yeah.
a guava mint.
Yeah, the little green. Little
Yep.
green guy. I love those. They're so good.
Justin, didn't you buy an entire large bag
Yeah.
of them at one
And
point?
people would just come in and
Yep.
grab like a handful.
They were delicious.
Yeah,
They're like
there's
$5 a
billion.
bag, though.
Now, I do know that many people hate those things. They hate them. They think that's the worst fucking thing that exists ever, and it's like a
Well, some
stink
people are
candy.
stupid.
But some people are really stupid.
And
They
some people
are.
have different tastes.
That is true. But everybody that has different taste than me is stupid.
Stupid.
That's what I'm thinking. Now, so that concludes our actual tasting of everything. I would say
Honestly, dude, I want to eat more bugs now.
I kind of want to eat more bugs. I'm on that page.
We got two left over here.
Like
You got two
roasted
left?
bugs.
Yeah, we got it. They
Or,
do have just straight roasted sour cream and onion crickets in a bag there, so you
Oh,
can check
shit,
that out.
those.
And another thing that the girl tried to push on us, this pusher of candy, was trying to push us sunflower seeds that were flavored with Taco Bell seasoning. So
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Oh, did they sell those at gas stations?
I've never seen them, but I've had the
Hey!
ranch. Hey, kitty. At least everyone can see you now.
God damn it.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it, kitty. Go to your hole. Go in your hole. Now that we've tried some different weird candy, I want to ask you each. It's, again, Halloween season, which is why we're tasting all this candy. I'll start with you, Richard. What is, maybe not now, but growing up, if you were to go trick-or-treating,
Okay.
what is the candy that if you went to a house and they had that candy bar or whatever it specifically was, made you want to go back to the house so much that if you could, you would have changed your costume every 5 minutes and kept going back to the house to wipe them out on all of a specific candy? Because I think today, like going with my nieces and nephews and stuff in the past, everybody just has like everyone gets the assorted candy.
Yep.
I remember in the past it was like that's the Snickers house, that's the Reese's
Kit Kat
house, that's
house.
the Kit Kat house. They just went and got an entire fucking box of that. We're having a kitten challenge here. Now, what for you, Richard? What was? She's giving you fists, bro. What was the go-to candy for you growing up? What was the candy that if you got just was like, that's the coolest house on the block, or that's the coolest business that allowed us to walk in it because we were doing it at the mall, which I did once.
This is a tough one.
Yeah. Anything jump out at you right away? Anything that you know? Like maybe it's
I
not just
really
one.
like mini Mounds bars.
Mini Mound. Which Mounds are? I don't eat coconut. So are Mounds the coconut or the coconut with almonds?
Coconut with almonds.
Because Almond Joy is the other one, right?
No,
Yeah.
you're right. No, it's the other
Yeah.
one.
Almond Joy. Okay, so
Mounds
Mounds
is the one without the nut.
without the nut.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's just the dark chocolate with the coconut in it.
That's the one that always would trick me because I'd be like, all right, because I didn't think. I mean, I love almonds now, but I didn't like almonds when I was a kid at all.
That's an underrated.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's
fucking
the theme
candy
song.
bar, dude.
Yeah.
Almond Joy's got nuts.
Yeah.
Mounds
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. Yep.
There you go. So you are very opposite for me. We would have been good friends at a young age because I would have given you all of the coconut shit, and then I would have fought you for something good in return.
Damn it, Kyle.
Yeah, Zach, what was your go-to growing up, or still is? even,
Two
maybe?
dots and milk duds, the two worst ones for your teeth.
Really?
Love them.
Now, I would say those are the two that also I think you can make a lot of friends by trading shit that you really didn't care about and getting, I mean, dots especially like that. The wine chews kind of also have like a less of a dot feel.
Yeah.
Remind me of a licorice.
Those are light.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just super light.
They really don't remind me of wine. These things, they just remind me of like they just taste like
I mean,
grape
maybe
and fruit.
way back when.
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck they.
Or when you get those like natural fruit snacks,
Yep.
Yeah.
like not like the good fruit snacks, but like when you get the like made with natural sugars fruit
Yeah.
snacks.
And they're just way too difficult to eat, so you're just like, all right, I'll only have one. And then it's like a celery thing. You're burning more than you're taking in because you gotta chew it for 8 hours. Yeah, I think that's good. Justin, what was your go-to growing up? What was the thing that would brighten up your day if you saw it
full
in your...
packs of Kit Kat.
They're gonna say full packs of Marlboro Reds.
Yes, exactly.
Full packs of back in my day. We would go trick or treating. We got tricked and treated at the same time.
And like, if anybody was giving, like, any house that was really giving out something different than chocolate, like, 'cause
Yeah.
when I was a kid trick or treating, there weren't really mini bars, like there weren't mini versions of it. So every house had like full size candy bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you got bullshit like Tootsie Rolls. And
Or back then,
lollipops.
unwrapped fruit. Just like, oh, we got some apples left. Here you go.
I
Not
got
that
another
fucking
fucking
long ago,
potato.
dude. God damn it.
You ever see that?
No, wait, what's that? Bro?
It's one of those most offensive videos in the world where the guy overdubs Charlie Brown. And it's
I got
Charlie
another
Brown and
fucking potato.
the Pumpkin King. It's like the pumpkin, whatever.
Oh yeah. The
It's
Great
like,
Pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin is like the Great Dolomite, and he's gonna bring Linus all the hoes.
Nice.
And when they go trick or treating, he keeps getting everyone's like, I got this, I got that. He goes, I got another motherfucking potato. Every house he gets a potato, another potato. But he wants the host. Great Dolomite's gonna bring him the host. It's
a good offensive video.
it's
boy.
so good.
Hell
It's
yeah.
great.
Hell yeah.
Just look it up.
Now, I would say for me, growing up and pretty much to this day, anything Reese's kind of always jumped out at me. I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
So if I got, and for whatever reason, I love Reese's peanut butter cups, but the miniature peanut butter cups, I don't know if it's having to work for it and unwrap each individual one, but they just taste better. Maybe it's just a better ratio of chocolate to peanut butter in
Now,
those.
do you like the minis?
The minis, like the bag that's unwrapped little chunks.
See, I think
do
they
like
taste
those.
different, though.
They do taste different. And then even you go and get like the Reese's peanut butter when they started putting that out. Like you can just get Reese's peanut butter to put on your fucking peanut butter and jelly. Doesn't taste like Reese's peanut butter at all. It's too creamy. Like it's got more of a crispness to it.
Yeah.
So it's not like like manufactured in the
You
same
ever
respect.
have the
Anything-
Butterfinger peanut butter cups?
I have.
Those are
Those
incredible.
are amazing.
Off the
Those
chain.
are amazing. Now, growing up, we didn't get to really trick or treat much at all. My parents were very religious. Halloween is the devil's holiday, so we went to actually where my sister and my brother-in-law go to church till this day. And their church would have something called a Hallelujah party. And what it was very different than a Halloween party. Everybody showed up dressed in a costume around the end of October and got candy. See, it was a Halloween party at a church.
Dude, you want
and
to
they
know
just
how
called it
different
the Hallelujah party.
your church Halloween party and mine was? We did full-on haunted houses at church.
We had one haunted maze one time.
Like every year, like
and that was
blood, guts, gore,
Damn.
chainsaws.
You guys
We
also
went-
did kung fu in the basement every
We went
night.
full. It went full on crazy.
I used to go to karate in the basement of a church.
Was it his church?
St. Bernadette's in Barrett.
No.
No,
I guess that is kind of a common thing. Churches would
They
like
have
rent out
halls,
their
you know?
space. Yeah.
but
that makes
dude,
sense.
with confirmation class, because it was a confirmation class that always had to have the scariest. Like, like dead babies and like we were allowed to do whatever we wanted.
covers of Beatles albums everywhere.
It's very pagan for a church,
Yeah.
for a Christian or Catholic church.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're Lutheran.
Lutherans.
Oh, Lutheran.
Lutherans like to party, dude.
They are the pagans of the born again world.
Okay.
One
They
year
might
I
as
had
well
a
be
Richard Nixon
burning
mask.
babies. What?
Shit was weird, man. It was
Well,
crazy.
We used to have the Halloween parade. I never went trick or treating. I always went to the Halloween parade
In Barrett.
In Barrett.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because I lived on,
But like,
way
was
out
it
in
like
Cresco,
you
they-
did the walking to like business to business, or a little parade came and threw candy at everybody?
Yeah, you just stayed in one place. And
That's amazing.
It was awesome.
that is so much better. Like when I
You
was,
just stood there with your bag out and like
Yeah.
all the floats going by. Everyone's just like choo choo choo.
and you're just
choo.
literally just
Choo, choo, choo.
catching
Yeah,
up
like-
with stuff. Yeah.
Do you have that one dude that was just chucking candy at people?
Oh, you gotta have that guy.
One year there was this kid who was dressed like he was dressed like a quarterback.
Okay.
I forget who it was. It was someone on the who's on the 49ers. Like
Jerry
Uh,
Rice.
like a quarterback.
Montana?
Yeah.
Joe Montana.
it was Joe Montana.
Young.
That's what it was. It was Joe
It
Montana.
was
Okay.
actually Joe Montana?
Well, it was a kid dressed
Oh,
like that
as
for
Joe
Halloween.
Montana.
Oh
I
no.
got lost for a
This
sec.
dude had Snickers bars, but they were frozen.
Oh,
Jesus.
Like,
And
I don't
he
know if
was
they
whipping
left them in the car the night before or what.
Nice.
He whipped it at me, hit me square in the eye. I got a straight up black eye.
Did you
God
did you
damn,
beat
dude.
the fuck out of the guy? How old were you?
No, I was like 10.
You should have
I
beat
don't-
the
I don't-
fuck out
and
of
like,
that guy.
and by the time I realized what happened, like the float was all the way down there.
Yeah. And there's other kids just holding their eyes and their knees.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
whacked in the eye, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Damn.
Some dude was bending over and was like, "Whoa! What happened? That's cold and stiff."
But it was hilarious because my parents would hang out at the one bar they had right there.
Yeah,
So they're having a good old time. All the kids are hanging out
Yeah.
out front, and we're just like grabbing
catching candy.
Great
That's
time.
Yeah, by the time my family moved like more into town, because the other thing was we lived in Saw Creek, and if you wanted to go trick or treating, that meant your parents had to drive you like a half a mile to a mile in between each house, find the house that had a light on that wasn't a mistake that they had the light, and it was just a hassle to try to do that. So the Hallelujah party had to do. But when we moved into town, and at this point I had I think one or two nephews, and we went trick or treating with him. It was the first time I was in an environment where you could just walk door to door, like literally door to door, and every single person was giving out candy. Like it was amazing. I was very annoyed that I was not getting the candy. I was very pissed off about it. But then I remembered we're getting it for a 1-year-old. I'm getting the candy. Like I'm gonna get that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm totally gonna get that.
Your mom
shit.
says she remembers that story and she was so mad.
Yeah, right, Helen? Why the fuck didn't your son beat the shit out of that guy?
Yeah, dude.
I'd be mad at him too. I'd be so pissed. That's what she's mad about, right? She's mad about you not beating up an older kid when you're.
No, the kid I remember felt really bad. Like the second he saw it hit me, he was just like, "Oh my god!"
Trying to be real cool. Probably didn't realize how frozen they were. I mean, even an unfrozen Snickers is gonna hurt if you get whipped in the
I
face.
thought you
by
meant
it.
he was dressed like a Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Because he was winging him at people.
No, he was
I
doing
think
both.
I think it was the costume that kind of gave him
The inspiration.
the inspiration, to
Yeah.
because he was acting like a quarterback, and he was just like, whew. But
Way
he didn't
too
realize what he
character.
did. Just made the candy bar go like, dunk.
Oh
My
jeez. Oh
headphones
jeez. Oh, residual effects from that story.
Residual
still happening.
effects.
Anytime you bring it up on the Halloween.
Yep.
Oh,
You're gonna get
no.
hit in the face.
Oh no. But what do you call it? They took me 1 or 2 years for like the real thing. Like
Yeah.
we actually went to like a busy neighborhood with
Yeah.
door to door and all that. But I don't know I remember the parade more than anything.
Hey, you probably got more candy at the parade, and you didn't have to walk your ass everywhere.
And as a little kid, like you get to see fire trucks.
Yeah, any parade's fun when
And
you're a
like
kid.
really cool floats going
Yeah.
by.
You know
like-
what's really awesome?
What's that?
The first night that Cartoon Network came to cable around here, where you didn't have to pay for it as an extra channel, was Halloween night. When I was like 9 years old, or 10, maybe 10. We went trick or treating to the like rich development down the street. You hit every house, and
Yeah.
these huge houses called Castle Hill. And you get tons of fucking like it was insane. Like we just bring pillowcases, fill a full pillowcase.
Never understood why you wouldn't use a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Like,
pillowcase was the way to
you
go.
have one.
And then
use
we
it.
would, but we went back to my house. Like me and my brother, maybe some other neighbor kids, were all eating fucking candy, just eating candy. You turn on the TV, and there's a brand new TV station. Because there was only like
Yeah.
there was only like 47 channels. Maybe.
And then all of a sudden you
and
got
you saw
48.
that there's one that's like, what is this? Cartoon Network? Is this just cartoons? And we're eating candy, and it's fucking Halloween. It was just the fucking.
It was Christmas almost.
It was incredible.
Oh,
It was
geez.
fucking incredible, dude.
Now, do you remember from either your childhood or from your adult life what you think was either your best costume or the one that like kind of like pulls on your memories the most? The one that you were either the most proud of, or the one that you put the most effort into, or the one that you just pulled off the best? Whatever it was. What do you think? Because I have one memory of you at Halloween, and I'll say after what your answer is, Richard. That was one of my favorite costumes of yours. So what do you think is?
Oh man.
Whether younger or older, recent years or days gone by.
It'd probably be more recent years.
Yeah, we go crazy on Halloween a lot.
I mean, the most fun was Silent Bob.
I was gonna say my favorite one was Silent Bob.
Like I took your
So
outfit
fucking
and you
good.
took like whatever I had, like just a stupid little fucking hat on.
Yeah. But it was you and Filstra, right?
Oh yeah, Filstra was Jay.
Filstra was Jay.
Yeah.
And you had it down, like your height proportion between the two of you is perfect for it. You literally just were in character all night. You did not speak.
I made people got so mad at me.
People were so pissed off.
They were so mad.
Was that the first party that you threw at Antelope, or was that like a year or two into living in Antelope?
That was a year or two in.
Okay, because that back at that apartment, which I bless you. I lived there for a short period of time, but you always threw fucking awesome Halloween parties. I wasn't living there at Halloween, but every year that was like, for like 4 or 5 years, like that was the party to go to.
We had a good run.
Especially because it used to be a frat house, and people would just show up thinking it was still, and they'd be like, yo, is Ziggy still here?
Yeah.
Then one night we just had a kid straight up walk in and just start hanging out with us, thinking that he still lived there. We're just like, no. So those parties were crazy. But yeah, I would say Silent Bob was the one I thought that you pulled off the best.
It was just so
in
much
character
fun.
and everything. And it's not the most difficult costume. Backwards hat, big coat,
Yeah.
shorts.
I already had the coat.
Yeah. You're golden there.
I spent $5 on a white painter's hat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
turned around. I was like, "Yep, there we go."
There you go. There you go. Now, Justin, what about you? Are you a big dress up for Halloween
No,
person?
you guys know that, man.
Yeah, I know you're not.
I usually end up like coming to a party after work.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, it was like, oh yeah, I'm working Saturday or whatever. I'll fucking meet you after I get done with work at 10 o'clock or whatever.
And you would show up as a dirty kitchen worker.
Yep.
It was always very, very accurate.
Yep.
Now, in your younger years, did you ever dress up? Or were you a big
Oh yeah,
dress up?
for sure.
Any favorite costumes from when you were a kid?
Not that I can really remember, man. Like, I don't, like back then, it was all like cheesy shit. So even if you wanted to be Spider-Man, Iron Man, or whatever,
It was the what you could get at
the
Kmart.
cheap plastic.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can put your finger through the fucking material.
Yeah.
Kind of shit,
So it was more about the candy experience and the walking
well,
around.
you have to also understand that, like, I trick-or-treated when I was living in Jersey. My
Yep.
parents moved me up here when I was 8.
Yeah.
And then I would trick-or-treat for a little while, but living in Bushkill and PMLE, they had to drive around.
Exact
so
same
they're
thing as
just
Salt
like,
Creek. Yep.
So my dad, it would be basically until my dad was like, I'm fucking done driving.
Yeah, I'm done. Here
And
we're
it
going
could
home.
be a half hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You don't want to fucking be out, but no, I didn't
Not a
really
big thing.
fucking-
What about you, Zach? What was your best Halloween costume that you've ever put together?
I'd suck at Halloween costumes, really.
What have you
Try
done?
to dress up.
Do you know what you did last year? Do you remember what you did
I
last
was a
year?
pirate last
A
year.
pirate?
I mean, probably the best one was when I went.
Can I get some of the, are those shoes still in?
Yeah.
Those gummies?
I went
Up and
and
over.
dragged to the swingers club
Oh.
after going and drag at a gig the night before.
Yeah.
And when
You
it's
sloppy
sloppy
drag
seconds.
at my house.
Yeah, I used
Was
to
that
do
the
it.
same night?
No,
Oh, okay.
I used to do it a lot. And then
I did that monk outfit
Oh.
at Mustang Sally's at one time.
Yeah, but I wanted sloppy seconds, so I was in drag and a dress the night before, and then I purposely didn't shower or
Yeah.
take my makeup off or undo my hair, and I just put on like fishnet stockings
And just
and stuff,
Reuse.
and went out as sloppy seconds.
that's pretty sweet. Sloppy seconds. Did you have to explain all day to everybody what you were? What you were?
No,
dressed
dude,
as?
we were playing at the fucking fucking Grammy Swingers Club.
So they knew.
It
They
was
knew.
cool.
Hell yeah. Now I would say for me, I've always gone way gung ho with it. I've done a
John
lot
Wayne
of.
Gacy was a fun one.
That's the one that I think I pulled off the best. I did John Wayne Gacy the one year where
Miss
I
Doubtfire was
wore
also really
Mrs.
good.
Doubtfire was probably there were a couple good years, and these are all again parties at Richard's old house, and we had the one year I showed up actually to Dave Filstra's party as John Wayne Gacy. I did the clown makeup, and then I wore what looked like a police or not a police uniform, a inmate's uniform. like a gray shirt, gray pants, black shoes, and I just stood in the corner with the creepy makeup, not making any expression on my face, and the makeup was doing it for me, staring people down while licking on a lollipop, and it was just like the best creep vibe I've ever been able to give off with makeup on. And then
That was a good party too.
it was a great party, yeah, with Candlewolf, right? Or Wolf Stick, or whatever he called it. Candlewolf Stick.
Yeah, something.
Something like that. But we did that, and then the next day
Nicole
was the
agrees
party.
that John Wayne Gacy was great.
Well, the next day I had a bunch of makeup left over, and Keith was going as an Indian, and I was supposed to go as a cowboy. So I went, you know what? I'm combining the two outfits, and I'm going to go as John Wayne Gacy. And I was John Wayne Gacy, and I spent the entire night explaining that to every single person I came into contact with. Because unbeknownst to me, a show called Children's Hospital was on at the time, where there was just a clown that would dress up like a doctor, but once in a while he would like put on a cowboy hat and try to entertain the kids.
That show is crazy.
That show is yeah, you're good. Walk. But yeah, so people kept asking me like, oh, are you that character? Are you that character? But John Wayne Gacy was really fun, and another just way to creep people out from the corner.
John Wayne Gacy was good.
It was good. Especially we were saying at Filstra's.
Take that out of context.
John Wayne Gacy was good. We're gonna pull that clip.
Nice.
That's next week's single. And John Wayne Gacy's
I
good.
take mine back, by the way.
Yes.
Silent Bob was so much fun.
Yeah.
But I was really proud of when I was Mankind.
Oh, I remember that.
I
Yes.
did that.
Oh, and you weren't even on stilts, and you pulled it off. It's pretty fucking good.
Sean Milligan said that the costume made him distrust you, Kyle.
Yeah, that's probably the best part about those costumes, because I went the next year as Mrs. Doubtfire, and I went full on out, press on nails, did my makeup, was wearing a nice old lady outfit with like stockings and everything. But then another year, I just showed up as an online predator, and I wore sweatpants, a hoodie, what's that called? Like a flasher's jacket, like one of those trench coats. And then I just shaved my beard, and I just had a mustache, and I wore these creepy glasses, and I just slicked my hair down really, really tight with a bunch of gel, and I walked around holding a sign that said, like, Family Guy fan 67 looking for young dude buck 92, and I was there picking up a kid I met on the internet. And that one,
Sean said that's the costume that won him back.
And that should have been what pulled you back in. That was the year that like Chris did the ghost character.
Willie did.
He was Pop Emeritus.
Yeah.
Didn't Willie do the whole face painting?
Oh right, Willie did a bunch of people's
Like
makeup
the,
last year, and then I think he did like the leopard, or
Yeah,
he
the
was
leopard,
like
that's what I
he
thought.
like made himself look like a cat, and it was so creepy, like almost as creepy as the preview for Cats. Creepy,
Yes,
like
true.
really, really fucking terrifying.
I loved Cats.
The show Cats.
No, like the
The preview for the movie that's coming out. Have you seen that?
Oh, not the new
live
one, no.
action
Dude.
Cats where everybody's all
So it's
Here,
like the
I'll
play.
no.
Yeah, but no.
It's all
I'll show you.
CG.
I'll show
It
you.
is
I'll make sure that
terrifying.
nobody can
It is
hear.
terrifying.
Oh, no.
We're gonna show Richard this just
I
so.
might have actually seen this, but I think I already like.
Yeah, James Corden from like the Late Late Show is in it, playing just a fat cat, and just you're looking at him the whole time. You're like, you're not wearing any clothes, but you're wearing a hat. Where's your wiener?
go,
Like,
dude.
I don't get this. It is terrifyingly bad.
I did see this.
But
yeah.
while Richard is checking that out,
I don't think
wanna,
it's terrifying.
Man, it's gonna be
There's
so
just certain
creepy.
scenes that
The Sonic
don't look
trailer
right,
looked
dude.
better. The Sonic trailer looked better.
I don't know about that, dude.
No, it did.
No,
It did. It creeped me out less.
No. This looks better than Sonic.
It creeped me out less. Sonic looked terrible, but this
Sonic
creeps
is
me
the
out way
worst.
more.
No, Sonic is worse than this.
At least they're gonna take another 9 months to fully redo what he looks like.
No, they need to just scrap it. They need to throw it out.
I don't know. Jim Carrey's in a man. They're possibly
bad.
making like
That movie
$10.
Too bad.
is-
Why is
that
Jim
movie is
Carrey
dumb.
playing a big fat guy? Like,
I
just
don't know. He liked the character. He was drawn to it.
I don't see how that movie's gonna
Throw
be
it
any
out.
good, dude.
All right, so how about this? We'll take a bet right now to wrap this up. Which movie is going to make more money at the box office? Will it be the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, or will it be the Cats?
Cats.
You think Cats will
Yeah.
make
It'll be
more?
Cats.
Cats?
For sure.
I do too as well. I definitely think it'll
Sonic's
make more
gonna
money.
crash and burn right.
So bad. It's
There's
gonna
gonna be 400 people.
Leave
that
Sonic
watch
alone.
this.
creepy.
Sonic should never be anything but a 2D side scroller, and that's
Yep,
it.
yep.
You should never see Sonic face you.
Yeah.
No,
it's-
he's going that way. He's going fast. Leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah, I do the Sonic Dash on my phone once in a while. I've had
Yeah.
that game, and it's
Yeah.
like it's from his backside, and then when they show him flying and they spin around, you're just kind of like, all right, whatever. But if he was sitting there talking to me the whole time and having like
I mean, they have the cartoon.
the Jaleel White one, yeah, Jaleel White did
cartoon
that.
was
What about the game
not
where
saying
he
that's
fucks the normal human-looking girl?
He has sex with somebody in a game?
Well,
What Nintendo
They
did you
like,
have?
dude, they like make out. It's like a dream, Sonic Adventures or whatever.
I stopped
What?
the Sonic and Knuckles for Genesis.
Yeah, well, you missed all the bad games, dude.
I know I did.
On purpose,
Purposely.
probably, yeah.
I saw what they looked like, and I was
Yeah.
like, hell no.
Well, there's one he makes out with a human girl.
You gotta
Never
understand,
saw
like
it.
Sonic is like Mario for me. I never had Nintendo. I didn't want Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was Sega, right? He
Yeah,
came
I
out
was
with
I
Sega.
was Sega.
Yeah.
I played Sonic. Sonic went fast. Sonic was awesome.
Hell yeah.
And then like Dreamcast came out, and like all of a sudden like Sonic's doing the same shit Mario's doing, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
Nope. Yeah.
Did they
that's
do
not-
a
no, no,
Dr.
no.
Sonic ever? Because Dr.
No.
Mario might be my favorite Mario
They
game.
did other weird shit like that though.
That's barely.
It's
counts as a
Tetris.
Mario.
It's Tetris,
not.
Yeah,
basically.
well, it's.
but the whole
not,
point
no.
is you don't mess with Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic is a 2D side scroller and it goes fast. That's
We need
the
to
only
get you
thing
to
it could ever
argue
be.
that point against somebody who is like a Cats purist for the play and just like, you do not put that on film. You do not. The commercials in the 90s
That should
were
only
worse
be
enough.
seen in a theater.
You should never see
Only in
Cats
theater.
outside a theater. And John Wayne Gacy was good. That's the sum of my thoughts.
John
That's
Wayne
all I
Gacy was
think.
good.
Cats, musical, live, theater, Gacy, John Wayne, good. That's all I think.
Oh no.
All right. Well, hey, guys, before we get too off the rails here, I want to give a big shout out to Richard Blackmore for coming in and joining
yeah,
us
dude.
tonight and
Thank you.
enduring
Thanks
some
for having me.
weird candy. Always, brother. Always a pleasure. And do you guys have any thing coming up with the band? Anything to promote right now? Or is it everything kind of just like
We're just
still
working on
floating,
recording
working
right
on the
now.
recording? Fuck yeah. Awesome. Now, I got to talk to you after this about an upcoming project. We're going to be starting to work on my solo album. And so it's going to be Kyle Mocha and Friends. So it's going to be a
Okay.
bunch of collaborative effort, and everybody listening at home, stay tuned for that in like a year or something. But it's going to be a long, fun process. But thank you to Richard. Thank you, as always, to Mr. Justin Olimhato for putting everything together. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And as always, Mr. Zachary
Sonic is better than Cats
Stormin.
at the box office.
At the box
Shit, yeah.
office, that's what he's going with. All right.
going, all right.
He's going with it. So if you win, you win. As always, a big shout
my
out to
bugs.
Moot.tv, our super producer, Eric, EJ5000, putting us out every single Monday along with our Brother Sister Love podcast. Let me ask you a question. Again, check out Calling Annabelle from Hamburg, Germany, and their single Alive that we played today, and other information can be found on their Instagram at Calling Annabelle _official. I keep trying to call him Chasing Amy, and it's just not working. All right, so as always, we're gonna close out with our second or first best song we've ever written.
Yeah.
Our closing theme song. We will see you guys next week when we'll be having the wonderful ladies from But What Do I Know podcast and featuring Chesty Malone and the Slice 'em Ups.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you comment, like, subscribe on the YouTube, and check us out on iTunes and Stitcher for all of our weekly drops. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Eat some candy.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Later.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Take it sleazy. Little Wheezy.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be weak. We're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be